Hey everyone, welcome to another commentary long play. As usual, we are in a brand new peaceful world where we can get some building done and hang out and have a good time and just enjoy some nice chill vibes while we, get some fun stuff done and do a little adventuring. There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff in this episode. I haven't recorded any of it, but I already know it. So let's get started by punching a tree. We spawned in a jungle biome, which is cool. I don't think I've ever really had a jungle biome spawn before, so that's a fun thing. I'm not a huge fan of jungle wood in general for building, but we're definitely going to do some exploring and see what else is around. I have definitely gotten pretty lucky with my last couple spawns in some worlds where last episode I spawned in a old growth taiga, and that was really awesome because that meant I had all the spruce wood I could possibly want, and that was just like a really nice added boon. I'm not super attached to using spruce wood in this build, but whatever works. Let's get some basic tools set up. Throw down that, and let's get this going here. Oh, I just used up all my wood. I wasn't really thinking when I did that. All right, let's punch this with a stick. I just need like a little bit more wood. Sometimes I get so into the zone when I'm doing these like beginning parts of the commentary because I feel like I have to talk so much, and so I just used up all my wood on sticks, which is kind of funny. All right, let's get this down. And now we've got a little more wood, so we can keep going on this. And we'll convert that to planks, and we'll get some wooden pickaxe and a wooden axe. Fantastic. I think I changed this world into peaceful. I kind of generated this world really quickly. I just jumped through the options and wasn't really looking, so I may have done a regular one. Ooh, mangrove, cool stuff. I love that. Ooh, awesome. And then there's like birch in here too. What's going on? Where am I? What is happening here? Let's look around a little bit. Ooh, lots of mangrove. Okay, cool. I could totally get down with like a mangrove and mud build. That would be a lot of fun. Ooh, oh, no, not messing with that. All right, as usual, our first priorities. What the heck? Oh, it's a frog. That scared the heck out of me. I hate frogs in real life. They freak me out. I don't want that thing anywhere near me. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to, I don't want a frog near me. I don't like frogs. I'm down for like other amphibians, and like as tadpoles, they're super cute, but just regular frogs are a little freaky to me. So, all right, let's do a little exploring. Let's get out of this mangrove area. We got to find some sheep, and I'll make a educated guess here that sheep do not spawn in mangrove swamps. I bet they probably do spawn in jungles, so I probably would be better off going the other direction, but this is a huge mangrove swamp too. Holy moly, this is just going. Let's see if we can't get out of here though. Oh, I am underwater and I'm stuck. I'm having a great start to this episode, really rocking it today. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week and everything's going well. I've been busy, I've been going on a bunch of trips and doing a lot of fun stuff. This video may have some slightly off commentary because okay, here, wait, let's find some land really quick or something to just stand on. This video might have some slightly off commentary because I am running around trying to get this video recorded because I'm gonna be gone. Well, that was weird. Because I'm gonna be gone. Oh god, it always cycles through all the boat options. I don't want those. But I'm gonna be gone this weekend to go to a show in Boston, which I'm super excited about. So I'm actually, this video and the Story World Survival episode that uploaded last week are being recorded pretty much at the same time. And so I'm not going to be as up to date on anything that may have happened in the interim. So definitely bear with me in terms of kind of, you know, being a little off on what's going on. But yeah, because of that, I'm super busy. I'm running around. I'm trying to get stuff recorded. I'm trying to get stuff set up. What are we looking at here? Is that more mangrove? That is more mangrove. Holy moly. I feel like I've never seen a mangrove swamp be this big. It's enormous. It's gigantic. It's super cool. I'm into it. Let's land here. I really hope I put this on peaceful. I guess, could I look? Can I look? Here, wait. Options. Yes, it is peaceful. Okay, cool. Just in case, because I'm not finding any sheep, and I know it's early in the day, but I'm still like, I don't want to get stuck out at night and have a bunch of mobs coming up on me. Ooh, some cactus. I'm down for some green dye. Down for it. This is like a tiny little desert area with a giant mangrove swamp next to it. I'm gonna pick up these other bits of cactus. I got some propagules or whatever you call them. So I'm good if I want mangrove down the road. I can grow a little bit more. Okay. Picked up a bunch of cactus. That's super fun. I say let's do a bit more. Is that a ruined nether portal? Oh no, it's coral. Ooh. Ooh, this is pretty interesting. Okay. All right. All right. I'm kind of into it. I'd be down for like an ocean-based build. That would be kind of cool. But let's do a little exploring. If we can find like a cool bit of warm ocean, that would be a lot of fun. So much mangrove. Oh my god. Mangrove and acacia and jungle. This is a really interesting mix of biomes. More mangrove. Holy moly. All right, let's do a little, let's see where else this leads to. I'm seeing even more mangrove. It is a little absurd. I think that's acacia over there. Okay. And I know sheep spawn in, what are those called? Not mesas, Badlands? I don't think they're called Badlands. Savannas, that's the word. It's a savanna. So maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find a sheep over here. But yeah, it's definitely been a busy last couple weeks for me. But I'm super grateful that I was able to get these videos recorded and edited in time. You know, I say that about, I literally just finished editing the last Story World Survival episode, so I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises about this one being uploaded on time. Holy moly, that would have been rough. I'm not going to make any promises about this one being up in time, but that one is definitely going to be ready to fire away on. My usual kind of, I've been like wavering back and forth between Friday. Oh my god. Between Friday uploads and Saturday uploads. They don't really seem to make a big difference in terms of viewership. Like, and sometimes it's the strangest thing. Most of the time I upload a video and I get somewhat decent viewership over the course of the weekend, but then it really blows up between like Monday and Tuesday. And somebody in the comments definitely like explain that to me or give me some insight into that if you have some, because I have no idea why Monday and Tuesday seem to be the days that my videos get the most views. It's super cool and I'm never going to complain, but sometimes I really kind of, you know, go a little crazy about getting my video up on Friday, and I feel like I kind of didn't do a good job if I didn't. And that's totally not true, because most of the time it doesn't even matter unless I get it up on like Monday or Tuesday. All right, let's get these sheep down. And we can make a bed. I am super excited to have mangrove in this world, though, so close by. That's going to be awesome for building, you know. We just know we've got to go, like, back this way, you know. And granted, I say that, and I'm just going to lose my way immediately. Luckily, I have the map mod. Whoa, what's going on here? What is happening? Okay, there we go. That was a little confusing. Yeah, look at that mangrove swamp. Holy moly. Wow. That is something else. There is a lot of desert back there, which I could get down for like a desert build. That could be a lot of fun. I see a village right there too, and there's a pillager tower right there. So let's do a little exploring around. Let's check out what this pillager tower has, because, you know, we're in peaceful, so we don't have to worry about fighting anything. Let's get over here. Oh boy. Whoop. But if you haven't, go back and watch the I mean, if this is my first video, if this is your first video, there is a lot for you to cover in terms of my content. I think I have something like 20 episodes of my Story World Survival series, and probably like 6 or 7 of these commentary long plays. And you know, I try to cater to this sort of long play, long form content where things are kind of slow paced and we're just sort of taking our time. Nothing. I was hoping for like a cool piece of gear or something. But where we do things really slow and we take our time and we just kind of enjoy the process. And, you know, if you're looking for that kind of content where you can just sort of relax and maybe have it on in the background while you try to fall asleep, or while you're, you know, studying or something, I'm so happy to be there to accompany you during that time. It actually, I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it makes me so happy when people are like, this helped me fall asleep, or this really helped me focus while I was studying or something. So it warms my heart, and I have absolutely no problem with the idea of people falling asleep to my videos. That actually makes me pretty happy. So let's I'm definitely gonna steal these hay bales, because I love me some hay bales. Pick these guys up. I'm just gonna steal all your food. I hope you don't mind, sir. Okay, all right, well, he doesn't care apparently. We'll just take all their food really quick. And they won't even know what happened. But I definitely have a lot of fun making these types of videos. I also make shorts. I'm currently working on a short series where I'm building a fantasy village, and that's a super fun, I'm having a lot of fun with that series. It's whimsical, and I'm doing it all in creative, so there's really no limits to, you know, what I can build and how I can build it. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying like expressing myself in that way, because I'm a firm believer that Minecraft isn't just about, you know, one play style or one way to do things. I believe that Minecraft is first and foremost a medium in which people can express themselves in. It's like working with clay, or building with Legos, or or you know, drawing or anything. It's a way to kind of express yourself, you know. And there's different play styles and there's different ways to sort of accomplish a lot of the same goals, but I don't know, I'm a firm believer that this game is really about expressing yourself, and I have so much fun, especially in creative. You just go, like there's no stopping you, you know. So that's always a really fun time, and I think I accomplish some really cool stuff when it comes to building in creative. I do particularly enjoy the grind of survival though, you know, the idea that, oh, I want to build a castle, so now I have to mine up, you know, 50 whoa, what's going on? I am lagging out. I don't know why my video is starting to lag out so bad. Weird. That was weird. Did not like me breaking that coal for some reason. Anyways, though, back to my point that, you know, there's a grind involved with survival Minecraft that I think a lot of people do enjoy. There's almost a kind of like ASMR peacefulness to it, where it's like, I want to build a castle, so I have to mine up, you know, 50 stacks of stone in order to do it. And so you have to think about how you're going to do that, what tools you're going to need, you know, having food ready for that, having gear set up to be able to do it more efficiently, getting like your torches because you're going to go down into, you know, the caves. If you're playing on something besides peaceful, you're going to have to be fighting mobs. Like there's so many different layers to it. And so that can be so exciting, but the truth of the matter is that Minecraft is what you make of it, and you can really do whatever you want with it. And I just made way too many torches. Oh well. And I have such a good time in this game every time I play. It's the reason why it's my go-to video game. I really don't play any other games. I mean, I played Fallout for a really long time when I was like first getting into gaming. I love Fallout. I love any of the Bethesda Elder Scrolls series. So Oblivion, Skyrim, the new Oblivion remaster, which I've been meaning to get into, but I haven't yet explored. So that's definitely something that's on my list of things to play. But yeah, any of the Bethesda, you know, Elder Scrolls series and the Bethesda Fallout, love. I'm just a big Bethesda fan. I love their games so much. And I still haven't gotten into Starfield. Definitely let me know down in the comments. You know, I'm not even asking if it's worth it. I know it's worth it. But definitely let me know in the comments if you've played Starfield and how you liked it, because I am curious, and it's on my list of games to play. I would have to put down Minecraft for 5 seconds, which is kind of egregious to me. I just don't know that I could do that. But it's a really, it looks like a really good game, so that's awesome. Let's see, what other games have I played? Love Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is where it's at. That game is so much fun. I think I sunk during the pandemic. I think I sunk like, I don't even know, 100 hours. I was so into play. I played that game like it was my full-time job. I did. I mean, it really was at that time. And I almost started making videos in it too. I was having so much fun with it, and I was doing such cool stuff that I thought, you know, people might enjoy watching a video of this, but I ended up not, and I kind of regret it because I made some really cool stuff in that game. And definitely let me know in the comments if you would like to see some other game content on my channel. I think I would actually probably make a second channel for non-Minecraft related things, because this channel I think should be, you know, exclusively Minecraft based. But I wouldn't mind, you know, getting into like, let's do a Planet Coaster playthrough. Let's do a Sims playthrough. Oh, I love The Sims. Who doesn't love The Sims, right? If you like Minecraft, if you like Planet Coaster, you probably like The Sims. I mean, building houses, living out virtual lives, messing with like simulated people. It's so much fun. You can have so much fun in that game. I barely ever play the actual lives of the Sims too. I almost always just like make a sim, give them like $10 million and build the most insane houses, and it's always a really good time. I really enjoy it. But yeah, that's kind of roughly my gaming history. God, I didn't even mean to get into that. I just kind of started going, and you guys kind of got my whole gaming history in one. All right, what are we looking at here? Some flower forests, some kind of classic forest. Gonna start taking down some trees. I'm kind of into the idea of going back over towards that desert and setting up some kind of base over there. I had it in my head the other day when I was thinking about what the next commentary long play would look like, and I sort of got it in my head that I wanted to do a different biome, because last commentary long play was in a Ogro Taiga, which I thought was like a really nice change of pace, considering I've been doing pretty much all of my commentary long plays up into that episode were like in some sort of like open plains like this, you know. And I do love building in these, and will definitely, you know, waver back and forth between this and other biomes. But I'm into the idea of like changing it up a little bit, doing a different biome, and just sort of trying something new out, you know. And I cannot recall the last time I did like a desert based build, you know. I do remember a while ago, like long ago, ages and eons ago, it was one of the first servers I ever played on. It was me and like 3 other friends. They were actually my brother's friends that were like really into Minecraft, and then they like sort of took me under their wings. They had a server, and their main base that we all sort of lived in was this castle built out of a mountain in the desert, and it was so cool. I loved that castle so much. It was huge too. It was this sprawling castle that just, there were so many different chambers and rooms, and everything kind of wound together, and you had all these different ways to get to like different places, and you know, and there was towers and there was halls, and I always think very fondly of that base. I think every castle I've ever built has been kind of an attempt to recreate that base for me. I miss it. I wish I could see it again and get to like walk around it. But since then, I've definitely built some cool castles that I almost like more, especially because they were all like my creation. But I still think pretty fondly about that base. You know, no base ever measures up to your first base, and that one was, you know, not my first Minecraft base, but it was the first one that I got like really attached to and enjoyed. So definitely a core memory, you could say, for me. So all right, let's pick up a bunch of wood. I think I've already got a bunch, but I'd like a little bit more. I think I want to leave this forest with like maybe 2 or 3 stacks of oak, because I think that'll probably get us a good portion of the way into the build that I'm thinking of. I don't want to go huge on this build, and I always say that, and I always end up in hot water because I said that, and then I end up building something massive. But I do, you know, I do think oak would pair nicely with like a desert based color palette. And so having a good supply of this is going to be sort of crucial. And then I think this, and probably acacia wood. I think acacia wood is a good color for like a desert based build. And I've messed around with acacia wood now a couple times, or at least once in one of these commentary long plays. And I remember being quite pleased with how I was able to incorporate it in. So definitely gonna mess around with some acacia wood too. So let's keep messing around. Oh, and you know what would look good, and we have way more than enough of it? Mangrove. It's mangrove. We would mess around with some mangrove wood. But oak, acacia, and mangrove, that's a cool color palette. I like that. I like that a lot. With like sandstone, yeah. Yep, I can see it in my head already, and I think that would be a really great color palette. So cool. All right, well, I feel like we've settled on at least our color palette really fast. And granted, it's the way that it always goes, where the world kind of informs what we're gonna do. You know, it gave us mangrove and acacia really quickly, so we're just gonna be able to work with those just right off the bat. And then we were able to find this oak forest pretty easily too. So yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna keep cutting down some trees, and when I get a good supply, I will head back over to that desert, and we'll start scoping out for some spots. All right, so we've got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, almost 4 stacks of oak wood, which is a really great start. What is going on up there? What is happening? What the heck? There's just like, that's not even close to anything. Like when you sometimes get floating islands like that, it's you're like, oh, okay, there's a mountain that's next to you. That is literally levitating. And then there's this tiny little piece right there too. What is that? Is that just like a little bit of dirt? Oh my God. What a wacky world. Oh my God. But yeah, we got 4-ish stacks of oak wood, which I think is a good start. I need to start mining though. I need to get down in the mines and pick up some iron, pick up some more cobble, get some more coal, and just sort of load up on all those supplies. I gotta find a good cave entrance, and I think it might even be worth heading over to that desert right now. Heading over to that desert right now and maybe finding a decent spot and getting set up, and then hopefully finding a cave entrance in the desert. Also got a bunch of oak saplings so we can grow some more oak while we're over there. But I say let's head back over there and get set up, find like a little spot, and kind of set ourselves up. So I'm gonna head back over towards that massive what is this, mangrove swamp, and we'll find like a decent spot in the desert that's a little beyond it. Whoa. Whoa. Did I pass this on my way here? This is epic. That is insane. Oh my God. Sometimes Minecraft topography just totally boggles my mind. The stuff this game makes, you know? You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, there's a little bit more warm ocean here too. Interesting. Okay, well, let's check out what the desert has to offer. I definitely think in the works, I've been like getting more and more inspired the more I play these commentary long plays, and I think definitely a lush cave build is in the works. I don't know, I might have to actually pull up a seed for that, because I think if we're waiting for a good seed to do a lush cave build in, we're gonna end up waiting a while, and I'm gonna be it's just gonna be like a painful process of like getting excited and then not finding it. But definitely a lush cave build. I think this I think will be our desert build episode, and then maybe a ocean build for sure. Some sort of like floating island, or not floating island, but like floating base or boat base or something. And then definitely a like a snowy build too, for sure. So all right, where are we? Because I feel like All right. Mangrove swamps. Great, great stuff. Really cool. Impossible to navigate. Just absolute nonsense. We do have all the mud we could possibly want. Let's, oh, I think we're getting into it here. Here we go. Ooh. Love me a good desert. It feels so nostalgic to me, you know, because of that base I was talking about. It always feels like, you know, in a way I'm home. And, you know, it's probably one of the most unforgiving biomes of Minecraft because I don't think there's any animals that spawn here besides like those like desert bunnies. And and there's like no way to get food and everything's sort of harsh and arid. But I don't know. There's something about it that I'm like, oh, a desert. I'm home. All right, let's see if we can't navigate around and see if we can't find some good little spot to set up and maybe a nice cave entrance. Oh, we may have found our cave entrance. Ooh, there's some iron down there. I'm definitely going to go snag that really quick. And some more coal. Ooh, not flooded cave. That just opens up to like the river. Doesn't really look like this connects to anything though. So good for stone if we need it. But let's head back up. What are we looking at here? Looks like kind of a nice spot. Ooh. Oh, but it opens up. Oh, there's some nice flat areas over here too. Ooh. Love this mountain. Again, very nostalgic feeling for me. I might head over there and check out what's going on over there. Did I pick up my boat? I think I didn't. No, I didn't. It's weird. All right, what do we got going on here? Let's just free cam this. Ooh. Oh, this is a proper desert. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is a really good one. I'm kind of liking this spot right here. Is that like an actual cave or for how arid this desert is? Oh. We're getting into mesa too. That's cool. For how arid this desert is, almost every cave has been flooded, which is kind of annoying. I like this spot. I think this is a good spot. It's big, it's open. I can flatten this out. Oh, we might even have a cave right here too, like a good cave entrance. Okay, so let's head over towards here. Where am I? I'm like right there. There I am. I basically want to go straight. Yeah, I love how open it is. There's just so many, you know, options and possibilities. What is that? Is that? Oh, for a second I thought that was spruce and I got like a little, almost like spooked. I was like, the spruce is following me. It's in every world. It's coming to get me. All right, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Is this a proper cave entrance? Okay, I see some iron down there. Okay, that looks like a pretty decent cave. Can we get down there reasonably? Do I have my crafting table? I do. Okay, definitely a little more iron right here, which is awesome. Scoop this up. Ooh, a bunch. Oh. Crafting table. Ooh, a little more iron. Okay, this looks like a pretty decent cave. I want to get my hopes up, but could have found our cave for the episode. Ooh, a little more iron. How about that? That's awesome. Oh, wow. Ooh. Ooh, okay. All right, let's see about getting down there. I've been torching. I'm a chronic under torture. That's a word I bet you never thought you'd hear. Especially in peaceful, I just kind of run wild and just don't think I need to lay down torches, and then I get horribly lost in caves. Oh, wow. It just keeps going. All right. And then it stops. That's lame. Although we got 31 iron out of that. That's pretty bonkers. That's like a really good ratio of like cave exploring to resource collection. We got a ton of coal too. Somehow we have exactly a stack of coal, which is weird, and we have 31 iron. So I'm into that. I can definitely get down with that. And we have this in case we want some andesite or diorite, and I think I even saw some granite down there. A little bit of copper. We're good. This is a nice little cave for sure. Okay, now we need to get back out of here though. And it is definitely a little, there we go. Okay. All right. Where were we? Where were we looking to set up? It was like, I think it was, let me free cam again. I know I do this a lot, but yeah, it was right here, right where my bed is. Oh, but I'm going in the wrong direction. It's over there. If you're like me and you get lost super easy and you have trouble navigating, I will say free cam is clutch. It is so good. I love it so much. And the map mod, like, this changes the game. It really does. It makes it so much easier to sort of like suss out areas and like get a sense of what's around you. I don't know. I mean, definitely let me know in the comments, you know, how kosher it is to be using those mods, especially as frequently as I do. But I find it makes a big difference in just the, you know, the quality of life I have while playing the game. Here, let's get set up with a chest. And where are we? Here we are. And let's throw some stuff down. Probably want to set it up because I'm like thinking, I'm almost thinking the build should go right about there. Or maybe like I'll spread some sand around and put it like around here, but I don't want to like set up my workstation right there. I'm thinking maybe we do our workstation like over here. So like oh god, I'm already lost. I think it was over here. Let's dump some of these resources. Sure, let's just keep it all. We don't know what we're gonna need. Let's start smelting up the iron, actually. Don't want to burn too much of this oak wood on fuel. Oh wait, I have coal. Why am I doing this? I have coal. There we go. And then I say let's go over here and check out the mesa. I just want to get an iron pick really quick. An iron pick really quick, just in case we get like down deep and we maybe find some diamonds. I don't know, maybe some diamonds, perhaps. But if we do, I want to be prepared. Maybe even actually I might hang out for just 3 more of those to smelt, just for a bucket, so that way we can do a little traversing. We don't have to mine our way down like weird holes like we just had to do. Just get this one more piece. Perfect. And we'll grab, oh wait, I don't need any extra stuff. Bucket. All right, picks, bed, bucket. We're ready. We're ready to do this. Let's take on this mesa. You could definitely pick up some terracotta too. That would be fun to incorporate into the build. I don't really have a plan for today's build, in case you were wondering, in case it wasn't obvious by me just kind of ADHD running around like a maniac and not really knowing what to do. Definitely don't have a plan. Just gonna kind of suss it out. As I was picking out the desert, a sort of idea popped into my head, and so I'm curious to see if I can pull it off. But it's still, you know, it's rough. It's not a fully fleshed out plan. So, all right, let's check out what's going on here. Would love to have like a mine shaft. That would make my life really easy. Or just like a solid exposed cave. That would be awesome. Is that a lush cave? Yo! I didn't even know those things spawned anywhere else besides besides old growth taigas. That's crazy. That looks like a good cave too. That looks pretty epic. Definitely gonna be some good stuff down there. I see some iron. Yeah, okay. I forgot to grab water, so let me grab a bucket of water and come back over here. This is a pretty cool cave. Okay, let's see what is going on down here. Let's light up our water stream, so that way we know where to go to get back. Or is it this one? It might be that one. Wait, which one's which? Oh no, I think it's this one. Got some clay. Got some like good classic lush cave stuff. God darn. Is this our lush cave build episode? I feel like it's becoming kind of a meme. Which episode's gonna be the lush cave episode? It may never happen. The world may never know. Let's scoop up all this iron so that way we can get some better tools. Holy moly. This really opens up. All right, let's just make sure we leave a good trail of torches. Aha. I see it. That's crazy. Look at that lava lake down there. All right, let me see. Where's my bucket? I got my bucket. I just walked through like a patch of water. Here we go. This thing. I wonder if I can pick up a little bit more water from here. There we go. Perfect. Oh, well, first let's pick up some of this iron kind of hanging out around here. All right, we're gonna head down here. We're gonna see maybe, I mean, I see diamonds right there. I don't know if I get down there if there's gonna be more. I'm curious about this whole lava lake situation. That looks pretty cool. So let's get down there. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Oh gracious. Yes, please. I will not say no to some diamonds. At this point, I'm just like accepting the fact that I'm probably going to end up finding diamonds in most of these playthroughs because I'm not afraid to go into caves and explore their depths, and I find diamonds a lot easier that way than strip mining like I usually do. Let's see. Oh, there's some more over there. And well, obviously there's this bit here. And we'll just pick up as many diamonds as we can. I'm gonna head over to this little pocket and I'm gonna pick up this iron. Picking up iron after finding diamonds always feels kind of lackluster. You're like, yeah, okay, you can take a backseat and diamonds can ride up front with me. Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh no. I thought that was like an absurd amount of diamonds and I almost lost it. That's even worse. Or not even, that is worse. I don't want to mess with Skulk and everything. How much, what do we got? We got 20 diamonds. We got way more than enough iron, I think. We're good on that. I really think the rest of the building elements from this for this build are going to be, you know, sandstone and wood. I don't even really know how much deep slate I'm going to use. So we might be good. I'm not, I took a little break and I should have rewatched the recording I recorded to see how much or what exactly was the purpose of coming down to this cave besides finding diamonds apparently. So we're gonna just do a little more looking around. I think I can get down there safely if I drop right here on top of the lava. We'll just check out what's going on over here. Maybe pick up a little more iron. Definitely coal, too. When I go back up to the higher level, I'm going to look for some coal. Definitely let me know in the comments. I don't think I've ever seen this, but I don't know if it's possible. Does coal generate at deep slate level? I don't think it does, right? I'm pretty sure once you hit deep slate, coal stops generating. Or if it does generate, it must be very hard to see, because it's pretty much the same color as deep slate. So how would you be able to differentiate them, you know? Okay. I think, what do we got? 25 diamonds. That's probably plenty. And we can always come back down here. I think there are ways to go that I didn't explore. Well, I mean, I might as well pick up this iron. I mean, just be rude to the cave if I didn't pick up the iron it was just so graciously offering up to me. Pick this up. Ooh, a little more. Beautiful. I think one of the meanest things that Mojang did, more diamonds, is make these guys basically the exact same color as diamonds. And granted, that wouldn't really apply if you didn't have the complementary texture or shaders packs like I do, which makes the ores glow. So you kind of get excited that you see diamonds, but still, it's just cruel that those guys glow like the exact same color that that the diamonds do in the shader pack. All right, this is how I got up, right? Yeah, I think that's how I got up. Oh, these poor fish. What you guys gonna do? I guess I could pick one of you up in my bucket. Yeah, this lava lake situation is crazy. Look at this. That is awesome. I don't really know if I've been in a cave that's generated like this. I've seen like pictures of caves that have the lava lakes and everything in them, but I don't think I've ever made my own way down to one before. Oh my God. These poor fish. I think it's this one. Where are these fish falling from? All right, we're back up into stone layer. Mostly. Let me do some looking around, see if I can't find a little bit more coal. Oh, there's literally coal right here. Big pocket of it too. That's great. I'm gonna pick this up. Okay, so we had this has been a pretty productive mining trip. We got a whole bunch of iron, like 2+ stacks, 25 diamonds, and a stack and a half of coal. So I feel pretty good about that. I just broke my iron pick, so I think we gotta head back up because I didn't bring anything to make more picks from. Which one? I think it's this one actually is the one I want to go up. But I didn't make any more sticks or bring any more sticks or wood to make a new pick from. So, and I think we've got enough. I mean, it's a pretty, that's a pretty good supply. I mean, I'm definitely not going to use that much iron, and having that much coal is super helpful too. Ooh, it's all like creepy and gray out here. I hate it when it's like this. All right, let's head back to our spots. And then we might need to do a little adventure to go gather some more wood. Get some like acacia wood, I think would probably be worth it. Okay, I think it's over here. I'm pretty sure. Again, I honestly was recording yesterday and then I started recording today, which granted for you guys is like 2 weeks ago, but still I stepped away from, you know, for work and everything, and now I'm kind of turned around. All right, we're getting back into like the desert, so that's a good sign. Here we go. Fantastic. All right, let's throw everything down. Iron, just everything. I don't know. And let's invest in some diamond tools. Thinking of full set, pick, axe, and shovel. And what else do we have? I gotta take stock. So we have a bunch of oak wood. That's great. We have all the sand around us that we could possibly need. I think acacia. I think that's the only other thing we need is just some acacia wood, and we should be all set. And then a nice thing about having that lush cave so close is we've got lots of moss nearby. So if we want to kind of mossify some stuff, we can totally do that. I'm going to map mod this because I really have no memory of where everything is. I could have sworn there was some acacia around here. I might be wrong. I know that's like a wooded badland, so... Oh, there's a little acacia here. Wait, there was definitely more somewhere. Oh, it's way over here on the other side of the... On the other side of the Why can't I? Mangrove swamp. It's literally right there on the screen of the mangrove swamp. Although, just because the mangrove swamp is so accessible and there's so much of it, do we maybe want to skip acacia and go with mangrove instead? I don't know. You know, that could be pretty cool. Okay, I think it's like this direction. So let's head off that way. Well, let me just like make note of where I am. So I'm like right next to this like pool right here and this like little island. So I'm like sort of in between the two of them. I just got to remember I need to install the mini map mod so that way I can set up waypoints. But even just having the map mod in and of itself, if you're like me and you get lost in Minecraft a lot, do yourself a favor. Just get the map mod. It's not cheating. It's not. You heard it here from me first, and I will die on that hill. It is not cheating. It is just making the game more enjoyable and easier to navigate. And it just, you know, because it's so easy to get lost in Minecraft. It really is. Oh, do I know? Oh. What? What? This just came out of nowhere. I thought I didn't have my boat on me, so I was like, oh no, I've got to go back and get my boat. But it's just right there. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I do think I want some acacia wood, you know? I'm playing with the idea in my head, and I think some acacia wood would look nice. I'm into the idea of kind of having sandstone as as like a main element, oak wood, acacia wood elements, mangrove wood elements, and then some like possibly some green dyed terracotta from the cactus around. Did I miss that ruined nether portal? I feel like I must have. I don't know. I can't wait to watch back my footage and see that I already visited this ruined nether portal, but we are visiting it again. Visiting. It's been a long day, guys. I worked all day. And I really do enjoy coming home and doing these videos, but sometimes I just can't talk and we're just gonna have to accept that. Ow. Is there no chest? Does this not have a chest? Huh. Interesting. It's probably buried somewhere. All right, I'm not gonna drive myself crazy with it. Oh, I don't want to get in a boat with a frog. No, sir. No. All right. Well, apparently my Minecraft character isn't as scared of frogs as I am in real life. So let's forage into this mangrove swamp. Why can't I remember the name of it today? I am really struggling. Yeah, I think the best way to get there is like a tiny bit of savanna here too, so we could pick up some acacia down there. So I say let's just start here and get some mangrove wood, and then maybe kind of loop back, although there's no way that river doesn't connect the way I want it to. But maybe kind of come over here and pick up some of the acacia wood in here, and then that should be good. Ooh, there's dark oak over here. Yeah, that's good stuff. Wow, this is such a huge freaking mangrove swamp. My God. Okay. Let's just go for it, you know? You know what I might want actually before I get too deep into this? Let's pick up a little bit of sand. Just for like pillaring around in the mangrove, because it can get a little hectic in there if we don't have like a block to sort of get going on. All right, so we've got 2-ish stacks of mangrove wood. I will tell you, cutting these trees down is no small feat. It is definitely a challenge, and I feel like I did a pretty good job on some of them. I think I got most of them. Granted, I was sticking to the smaller, generally smaller ones. Yeah, that one. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the floating trees. We're going to leave it alone, like in this world. They're just gonna exist. So yeah, definitely got a good bit of mangrove. I always want to say mangrove wood. Oh God, I didn't pick up my boat. Where is it? But now that we've got a little bit of mangrove wood, I say let's go out and let's pick up some acacia wood. Let me just find my boat. I think I like parked it like somewhere over here. I like have this recollection of like trying to work my way in. Where's my frog? I don't want to lose my frog buddy. Even though it's horrifying and slimy and cold. All right, I definitely didn't come through here. Otherwise, that would be broken. So it's somewhere over here. I didn't pick it up, right? No, I didn't pick it up. I didn't want to free the frog. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let me get in, buddy. Okay, there we go. So I think the best way to get to the savannah is probably to boat to like here and then just run across and boat across again. Although that does mean I'm gonna have to get my guy out of his out of the boat, but I think he'll be okay. It's like right here-ish. Yeah, perfect. All right, my friend. The journeys have been great. I feel like we've become closer, and I know you like I know the back of my hand. I don't know what that was. There you go. Go free, buddy. Go free. Go back to the swamp because this is no place for a frog. I think I want to name him. I think his name is Frederick. Frederick the frog. Okay. All right. We named a frog. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day. So let's head over to that savannah, pick up some acacia trees. Probably want to grab a few saplings. I think I grabbed one propagule. So I think I still have some. So we should be good if we want to grow some mangrove over at our spot. But yeah, we've got the ability to get more wood if we need it. But I don't anticipate this taking. These two types of wood I'm thinking of purely as accents. So really the main star of the show is going to be the oak, and the oak I already have a decent amount of. And even when I say main star of the show, I just mean like beams and whatnot. So I'm not really terribly worried about having enough wood. I think this is going to be a largely sandstone based build. Let's get over here and let's pick up some acacia wood. We are going in the right direction, right? Yes, we are. We've got this epic mountain with more mangrove trees on top of it. I absolutely love the topography of this map. It is so crazy. I'm just gonna pick up some cactus. All right, it is, what is, oh, is it like a well? Yeah, it's like a well. I thought that was kind of spooky. Oh, I've gone a little too far. I want to go like back this way. Right? Yes. Yes. Wait, how did that work? Did I just run? Oh, I just ran all the way around. Oh, okay. I got a little confused by that. Uh-oh. Okay, there's some acacia over there. I was like, is this one of those like, you know, savanna biomes that's so broken up trees don't even grow on it? I think we're good. Okay, we picked up like a stack and a bit of acacia wood, so I think we're good. Ooh, goodness. So I think we're good, honestly. I don't know if I really want to, like, if I really need to push for too many more resources. Oh, you know what I want to grab while I'm over here? Because it's going to make my life 1,000 times easier. Is some dirt. Because there's not really any dirt in the desert, and I definitely want some dirt for scaffolding while I'm building. So let's just pick up a good little bit of this. Hi there, buddy. You're cute. Oh my goodness. Look at how cute you are. Kind of reminds me of my dog. Not really the color, but the shape. I'd say she's got like a slight armadillo-esque build to her. She's sort of chunky and round. I'm kidding. I mean, she is sort of round and chunky, but she's overall like very lean, you know, but you know how dog owners are about their dogs. Like every dog is, or their dogs are always the chunkiest, roundest things. Okay, we're a ways out. I think we have to head back over to like here. So, I think I want to go like this way, right? Yeah, I just want to go like straight this way. Yeah, but my dog is so cute. She's just this like adorable little kind of staffy terrier mix. You know, she's got like a little bit of that pitty look to her, but she's much smaller. She's ferocious though. Her energy levels are through the freaking roof. I've never met a dog who has as much consistent and rambunctious energy as she does. She will take you out to dinner. She really will. That is not even the thing that people say, but it's what I'm saying about my dog. She will take me out to dinner. She won't pay. She'll be like, let's go out to dinner. And then she'll expect me to pay, which is kind of something Valerie would do. But, ooh, desert temple. I don't feel like dying in a pit of a TNT, so I'm good. It's over here, right? Yeah, it's like right there. Okay. But yeah, she's a whole can of beans. She really is. I call her, you know, the little sausage. She's our monster. We just call her the monster, honestly. That's the most common name for her in this household is, you know, did you feed the monster? Have you walked the monster? And she'll look at us because I think she knows that that's like the term for her name. She'll be like, oh, me? What? Huh? And my partner does the funniest voice when he's doing like Valerie voice. He does this kind of silly sort of dopey sounding character that's just it's her, and he'll talk for her. You'll ask her a question. You'll be like, have you slept all day? And he'll be like, yeah, and it was horrible and I hated it. It's like and I never knew how much it was going to take over my life. But sometimes I'll be like in the basement recording or something, and I'll just hear him upstairs just going like, yeah, no, yeah. And he's doing the Valerie voice, but like to himself. It's good. It's really good. If you don't have like an imaginary persona made up for your dog or cat or whatever animal that you choose to have in your life, then what are you doing? You know, you're missing out. You really are. Is my chest gone? Didn't I have a chest between those two things? I could have sworn. Oh, okay. I was like, I definitely had a chest there. Where did it go? That was a little concerning. All right. Chest just doesn't appear to want to stay in one place. All right, let's throw all this stuff down. We can definitely do a little filtering here. So like, okay, we don't need the roots. course, the fish, the glow ink, the clay, the copper, the beans, the apple, probably the andesite and the diorite. Yeah. Oh, and like 2 pieces of mud and the granite. Yeah, I think that's everything I can toss. Let's just find like a decent hole to throw them in. And look at that. That's a decent hole. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, let's chuck all this. We don't need it. We don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. I feel bad about these tropical fish. I definitely am the reason why they died. The poor things. All right. That's everything. It's all down the hole. Wow, that hole is actually much deeper than I thought it was. Whoa. That is a very deep hole. I mean, I've seen deeper, but that's deeper than I thought it was. All right. So we got a bunch of oak. We got a bunch of mangrove. We got a bunch of acacia. The last thing we need for this is some sand, which I don't know where we're going to find sand, guys. We might have to go on like a really long adventure just to find like the tiniest piece of sand, and that might not even be enough. Yeah, we've got sand everywhere. Okay, so let's get a sense of what we're doing here, so that way, because if I'm gonna pick up sand, I kind of want to do it like as I terraform the area. So we've set up our little station right here. I was kind of thinking, I think like this might be a good spot for the build, and I might like push this back a little bit and maybe like bring this out. And obviously to get all the sand we're gonna need, we're maybe gonna need to like take down like a whole area. Like maybe right here we just sort of get rid of that whole bit. But definitely feeling, I keep getting turned around, definitely feeling like this spot for the build. So I'm just gonna, because it's like everything is the same and it's very hard to see what's what, I'm just gonna throw down like a single piece of moss in the middle of this, so that way I'm like, this is the spot. The moss marks the spot right there. We're on there. Our build's gonna be there. So let's do a little terraforming and pick up some sand for the build. We're probably gonna need a whole heck of a lot, because sand converts down to sandstone at like 4 to 1. I think you need 4 blocks of sand for 1 block of sandstone. So if I want, say, 3-4 stacks of sandstone, I'm gonna need, what is that, 8 stacks of sand? No, more than that. I'm gonna need 16 stacks. Oh geez, I don't know if I'm doing the math right there, but I'm just gonna pick up a whole bunch and, you know, move some sand around and do some terraforming and whatnot. All right, so I cleared out a whole bunch of sand. I have, I think, about 3 stacks of regular sandstone, and then I have about 3 stacks smelting up to make me some smooth sandstone. I'm sort of regrouping because it's been a little while since I was in this world, so it looks like I've got about 4 stacks of oak, a few stacks, like 2 stacks of mangrove, like a stack and a little bit of acacia. So we're all set, I think, to get building, besides waiting on this smooth sandstone to finish smelting. But I think we can kind of like, let's clear some of this out. I'm not even gonna say it, you know. I always say it's not gonna be a big build, and then it ends up being a big build. But I really like, I looked at some inspiration photos for like desert homes, and I think I have a good idea of what I want to do. So I think we should be good to just kind of fire away on it, and it shouldn't be that massive of a build, but let's fill that in because that was bothering me. So this is our spot. This is where we're gonna be. Let me free cam just so we can see. I sort of flattened a lot out here. You know, I did a lot of kind of moving sand around. It didn't actually take as long as I thought it was going to. Probably about 3 Minecraft days. So what is that, like maybe an hour? I think each day is like 20 minutes or something. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let me grab out some of this just so that way we can have some. I unfortunately set some up in my furnace way over here when I threw down this workstation and then realized it was going to be way too far away to be running every single time. So that should be enough to get us started though. So let me throw down the sand and grab some sandstone. I think those are the only 2 blocks I want to texture with. I mean, let me try something. Let's lay out a palette really quick. So let me throw down the sand, and this is the smooth sandstone. Let's grab regular sandstone. And then let's grab a bit of oak. And I'm curious what this is going to look like. So sandstone, smooth sandstone, oak, stripped. No. I was hoping that would look better. You know what would look even better is birch. Although I think I've tried that before and I wasn't super happy with it. What might look good is stripping the birch as beams. So like I'm okay with this color palette, just not for the walls. I don't want to do oak, stripped oak in the walls. I think in the walls I'm really just going to keep it to sandstone and smooth sandstone, maybe even pepper in a little bit of regular sand. And then let's grab out these 2 and we can just get a little bit of wood from each of these. And that and that. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. I like that. That's a really fun color palette. And obviously we'll also add in some leaves and some other textures. Definitely gonna want to get, I kind of want to incorporate some sort of like greens into it, which we have plenty of cactus to smelt up. We just need to find, like, let me map mod for a second. So yeah, we do have a mesa like right here, so we could go grab some terracotta and do some green terracotta. That could look really cool. So that can be sort of down the road. Oops, I always do that. There we go. That could be down the road in terms of what that's gonna look like. So I'm gonna throw this stuff back down, grab out another stack of wood, and then we can get rid of this moss block because we don't need that there. So probably something like, I'm trying to get a bearing here. 1 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Yep. And then I think I want to do another structure kind of attached to this structure, but I want it to be a little offset. I think we're going to go back like 1, 2, maybe 3. Yeah, I think that's good. So like 1 here, and then the same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What I might want to do. I'm always on the fence about how to do adjoining structures like this, if they should share a wall or if I should do 2 separate walls. I kind of feel like I end up leaning towards them sharing a wall because I think that ends up sort of all kind of jiving a little bit better. So let me move all these over by 1. I think that's better. Yeah. I think that's a little better. And these are 2, 2, 2. I think we're gonna roll with it. You know, I know the spaces between these are only 2, and that's not ideal, but I don't really plan on, these are sort of like adjoining walls, so I don't really plan on there being like windows or anything. And the nice thing is if this is one structure here and that's one structure there, we could do like a double wide door into that structure. So I think that's good to go. So let me I need some dirt. A little bit of dirt. And let's start making some beams here. So probably gonna want to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't really think that through. Ended up taking fall damage anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's one of the structures down. Now we just need to get, well, let's strip these so we get a better sense of what they're going to look like. Now we need to get this second structure in, which I want to be a little bit higher. I'm thinking of going up to like 8 on it. Maybe 10, actually. I think 10 would be better. So 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna burn through this oak. All right, look at that. We got a whole bunch of beams in place. It feels a little funky, to be honest, but I think it's all gonna come together. We may need more sand because this is gonna require a lot of sandstone. My gut is telling me. Let's throw down the oak. Oops, I don't want the oak in there. I want the oak in here, and then the moss can go in here. And then let's pick up all the rest of this smooth sandstone. And of course, the one we put way over here. We can get rid of it now. Is that an armadillo? Hi, buddy. Look at you. Look at how big your ears are. I'm going to try not to run around him because I know that sort of freaks them out. Oh, I scared him. All right, and then we'll throw down the extra furnace, the coal, and then smooth sandstone, sandstone, smooth sandstone, smooth sandstone, regular sandstone, regular sandstone. And then maybe just a little bit of regular sands. I don't know. We'll kind of suss it out as we're going. Yeah, this needs something like right here. I think that's a good palette right there. I think that's gonna work. So let's get this all the way up. Okay, so we've got the first structure all set. Let me just like assess the texturing. Yeah, there's some editing that needs to be done. Like this is too much sandstone in one area. That's a little too much too. Maybe a little bit of sand. Oh, am I out of sand? Oh no. Yeah, I got sand. A little bit more. That block is just like having a day. Like me at work yesterday, just freaking out. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Maybe like one block of sandstone right here. Ah! Forgot about that. There we go. The side looks pretty good. I'm okay with that. And I'm good with that. Yep. Cool. All right. So we got one structure down. So let's do the next structure. I might want to grab a little bit more sand. I think we're good on smooth sandstone and regular sandstone, but I think I might want to grab just like half a stack more sand. So let me just quickly grab some of that. I will say texturing with sandstone and sand and smooth sand is kind of a challenge because sandstone and smooth sandstone look exactly the same from the top. So you don't know, like that could be a block of smooth sandstone. Yeah, it is a block. I keep on having to kind of peek around the edge to see if I like the block that I just placed here. Yeah, that's regular, or that's smooth sandstone. So and two more little bits here. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Can I not? Yes, I cannot break my ankles. Let's go to sleep and then break down that staircase and take a look at what the texturing on that guy looks like. It kind of already from here, it looks pretty good, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That side looks good. Yeah, that side looks good. That's all good. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the texturing on this. I think that's like a nice little mix, you know? And I do think the stripped oak is a really nice complement to the sort of light colors of the sandstone. So I think we're looking really good. Let me knock down this staircase so that way we can get a real sense of what this looks like. Awesome. Oh, this looks great. No, I'm super into this. I think this is like a really nice start to this. You know, it's simple, but there's a lot that can be done. It's a very open, sort of open-ended structure that we can like add different sort of details on and really dress it up. So one thing I was thinking might be kind of cool to do is here do like a kind of porch area. Go up like maybe two. I don't want that to be sand. And then also right here. And maybe what we can do is instead of having this be like a full block thing, we can, let's knock out this. And this can be a staircase here. And then here, kind of the same deal. Nothing huge, but just another like too high sort of little porch veranda type thing. And that can be accessible from inside the structure. So this is going to be kind of like, not like you can't get to this unless you're inside the structure, but this will be the entrance. So awesome. All right. I just realized I don't have a stone cutter. So let me just smelt up some cobblestone really quick. So that way I can get a stone cutter going for the stairs on these. For the time being, let's just throw down like a quick little thing there. Ah, of course I put sand there, so I can't put a door here. And we'll put some smooth sandstone there. And then we are gonna have to fill in this space. I mean, I guess we don't have to fill it in. We could just sort of fill in the floor. Let me throw a torch down there so that way we can, not going to be pitch black. So the question is, which of these two wood types do we want to do for interior details? I'm kind of leaning towards the acacia because I think the not terracotta, the mangrove is going to have a better kind of pop in terms of exterior details, and we can still mix some acacia in, but I'm sort of leaning towards acacia for the interior wood type. So let's make some acacia planks. I think I had some too. Yeah, there we go. And let's make some slabs. Let's fill this bad boy in. Beautiful. And then we can punch out a window here. We can punch out a window here. We can do our 2 wide doorway into this area here. I think we'll just do the same deal. Throw a torch down. Some sand to get back up. And then fill this in. Beautiful. And then window here. And I think I did this right, that this structure can have 2 floors on it. This is the problem with building with sand, is you end up having to like move and replace a bunch of blocks because the sand is gonna fall. Or sort of opening out to there. Maybe actually instead of doing that, we do that. And then we put a window here. Okay. All right. I'm into this. It almost makes me feel like maybe I should do the same thing here. Instead of having this window centered, or this door centered, we should do like door here. Fill this back in. And then window here. It's a little symmetrical. I might swap them. Yeah, that feels a little better. There's kind of like a swoop to them, like going up and down like that. So cool stuff. I'm loving it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, our smooth stone's all done. Let's grab this. Let's make our stone cutter. I think I just saw it. There it is. Sure. Like whatever. The smooth sandstone, yeah, smooth sandstone has a stair variant. Should be plenty. Cool. Yes. Okay, this is great. This is great. Now I say let's get inside and just finish up the sort of base structure of the interior. So let's get this in place. And then we might need some more acacia. We may need to get more acacia. I don't think I'm going to use... Well, I'm going to be cautious. I was about to say I don't think I'm going to use any of the logs, but I might want to add them in somewhere, so... And that's more than enough planks, so we're good there. Torch. And then... And that's putting the floor here is great because it caps off this beam, which oddly sort of ends right there. Okay, cool. I'm contemplating if I want to try to squeeze a staircase in. I'm sort of partial to a ladder, honestly. I think a ladder would make more sense for this kind of home. Let's knock that out. We'll throw a ladder in here after we sleep. Beautiful. And then finish this one off. Cool. All right, and now let's pop out some windows on the second floor. So I'm kind of the mindset that instead of doing single windows like we just did on the first floor, I'm almost liking the idea of doing double windows up here. There's like a technique that people use in deserts that I remember reading about once where if you put like more windows on your second floor, it keeps the whole structure cooler. If you know anything about that, or you kind of know what I'm talking about, definitely let me know down in the comments what I'm trying to get at, because there's a system that people use. I don't know what it is, but and then the ladder's there, so we can't put a window there. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look. Let's get a sense of what we're working with here. First, let's just clean up our mess that we made. There we go. Oh, this is looking great. Oh, this is so cool. Yes. Yep. Okay, awesome. So for the roof system on this, I'm a little torn, or I'm a little like of a few different mindsets. I kind of want to do like a little awning here to cover this up, so that way you would have shade while you're resting on this sort of landing here, or at least like looking out. And then on this structure here, I kind of wanted to do a raised, like a roof, but sort of an awning too, where it's like a few blocks up, and then there's a roof over you, so you could stand out here and be kind of outside without having to be out in the sun. And then, so like something above us here, you know? And then on this structure, I kind of was thinking some kind of like really basic, like something like this. Actually, well, no, I want it the other way. So something like that. And honestly, probably the same deal on this one as well. And then let's grab a little more oak to kind of finish that off. Probably put down the acacia. Yeah, that looks really wonky right now. Okay. All right. That's coming along. I do think it needs like slabs or stairs or something in between it. I think even, let's see, stonecutter. We've got some stairs. Oh, we don't have that much smooth sandstone left. Let's grab a few slabs and a few more stairs. I'm gonna need more smooth sandstone, aren't I? Do I have any hanging out? I don't. So what do we got for sandstone? We got another stack here. Let's smelt that up. We may need to grab a little more sand, which is totally fine. I think there's a part of me that thinks we might have enough around us. Just maybe. Yeah. So maybe something like, how does that look? I mean, it's a look for sure. I wonder if it would look better if I took those out and made those stairs facing this way. I think that will look better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yep. Okay. So let's do that system around. I don't think I have enough stairs though, so let's just try to get as far as we can. And then we'll just take these out. We'll get a little bit more smooth sandstone back. Oh, I dropped a little over here. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now. This roof detail, I think it's like good. It definitely makes this feel a little bit more like deserty, but I think there's definitely more that can be done. There might be a world where putting some sort of roof on this would be worth it instead, like, and not doing like an awning type thing, but like an actual roof of some kind on top of that would look good. But all right, I think now we got to go run and grab some terracotta because I want to start incorporating that in. Because I'd love to get some green terracotta for like the awning that's going to go over this. I think that would be nice. Like green and white terracotta would probably look good. I don't know where I'm going to get white dye from. Maybe we'll just go with like green and tan, or like maybe even like green and red. I think, yeah, the mesa is right over here, so let me go pick up some of that. Okay, so we've got, let's see, we've got a bunch of terracotta. Let me make as much green as I can. Oh, great. That worked out perfect. My fear right now is that if I do this the way I'm thinking about it, so they really need to add terracotta slabs. I mean, why we don't have terracotta slabs is just a crime at this point. So I could put it, how do I want this to work? What if I do it here and here? Is that gonna look weird? I think it could be one block lower. I think that's a little too high. Should check before I committed all the way to it. So here and here. That looks a little bit better. And that's super cute. That's like a nice, I love that detail. I am so into that. So cool stuff, cool stuff. Let's, oh, wait, no, I don't want this stuff in here. I want it in here. Now let's break out the mangrove and a little bit of oak for some sticks. Convert that. Make a whole bunch of sticks. Let's just, we're going to end up needing them, I'm sure. Convert that. And let's make some mangrove fences. Probably not going to need that many, but let's grab like a stack. We can throw the rest of this down. Okay, so here's my fear, and I'm not going to look at it right for a second and just explain it. I'm afraid this is going to look like Christmas. I'm afraid that I just mixed green, white, and red. Those are like the 3 quintessential Christmas colors. So let's see. I mean, it doesn't not look like Christmas. I don't know. I think one thing we can do is we can definitely get rid of this one. This is not doing anything. If anything, it's kind of blocking it up. That's better. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know if mangrove is the move for this stuff. I really wanted to incorporate it because I love the color. Maybe, okay, maybe instead of green, because my plan is to bring some life back into this sort of barren desert by getting some leaves and adding leaves all around this build. And so that's going to definitely be like the pop of green that we need. Maybe instead of green, we go with blue. Blue would be a really nice contrast to all the colors that are going on here. I do think the mangrove fences might not work. We might have to go with oak, honestly, because that might be a better sort of fit for that. But we'll need to get some blue dye, which my best bet for finding blue dye would probably be go back down into that cave. I think it's over there, and find some lapis and use that to make some blue dye. So why don't I go on a little adventure, find some blue dye. I love this convention though. I think this little bit right here is awesome. And then having something above here will be really nice too. I don't know if it's going to be able to be made out of terracotta like this though. I think it's probably going to be like terracotta here, maybe terracotta on top of this one, and then maybe something out of like campfires and leaves over this one. That might be the way we have to do it. but let me sleep and let me go grab some lapis because I think that's going to make a big difference. All right, let's see how this blue looks. I have a feeling it's going to look a lot better. Yeah, that definitely looks better, but the mangrove fencing doesn't work with it. So we got to get some oak fencing going. So let's grab some sticks out. Let's get some oak wood. Make some oak fences. Probably more than enough. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that looks great. Yes, yes, that looks good. Okay, cool. Fun stuff. I'm loving it. Maybe what we can use the mangrove fencing for. I mean, I really wanted to incorporate some mangrove into this. Like looking at this palette, mangrove looks so good with the rest of this. I'm wondering if, where did I put the rest of it? Because didn't I make a whole bunch? Could have sworn I made like a buttload. There we go. I wonder if mangrove would look good in the windows. Ooh, that's kind of funky. I can get into that. Kind of hard to tell right now because it's getting late and the light's not hitting it right. What about on this side? Probably gonna be too late, but ooh, yeah. Yup, that looks awesome. I'm so into that. Okay. And then the other thing I see people do a lot on these desert builds is I wonder, can you make mangrove? You can make mangrove buttons. So funny, it takes a whole block of wood planks to make a single tiny little button, but like something like that. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, and then what if we did it up here? Oh, oh my goodness, almost fell off. So one right here, here, there. Oh, I need 2 more. At least we can get a sense of what that'll look like on the taller structure. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I'm so into it. Okay. Let's get some more mangrove out. Oops. Get the last 2 in place. I think it was on this side, right? Yeah. There. 1 there. Perfect. This is coming along. This is looking real fun. I'm wondering if... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's on the 6th block high. So I think if we do the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, it goes there, which is perfect. Is that too many buttons? Honestly, I don't think so. I think that's good. If I was like lining the walls with them, then I'd be a little bit more leery about it, but I think we're good. We're gonna need like another, I don't know, just gonna grab like 16. I'll use them. Of course I said, I was like, what if I, so long as I don't line the walls with them, and now I'm lining the walls with them. I think this is too much. I kind of like them on there. I'm okay with that. But on here, it's a little bit much. Oops. Looking good, looking fresh. We definitely need to sort out what we're doing up here, and we need to sort out what's going on the roof on here. I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that almost thinks nothing really needs to happen up there. Like, this is already such a cute little build, and it sort of gets the point across. We definitely need to do some sprucing up back here. I'm not quite sure what that looks like. I did want to put like a lot of planters and like water troughs and stuff around, like definitely a planter right here, probably one right here, maybe like a storage pile or something right here, or something, and maybe another planter here, or like water trough, planter, storage pile, or something like that. But let me get this roof sorted out, and that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. We're going to need a bunch of campfires. So we're going to need a bunch of coal and a bunch of logs and a bunch of sticks, which we have on us. How many can we make? Is 21 enough? Is 21 too much? Well, let's see. That's 7 by 7. So 7 times 7 is more than 21. That's for sure. You know what we need? that we don't have any of, and I should grab some, are some leaves. That's what we really need to like to know how much we're gonna need. So why don't I run do I want oak leaves or do I want like azalea leaves? I feel like azalea leaves would look so good, especially if I can get some flowering azalea leaves. So why don't I'm gonna go on a little adventure here. We're gonna run back into that cave, although, oh no, we don't have any bone meal. Okay, oak leaves it is. Oh, but I can't do it without shears. Yeah, I think oak leaves will look fine. I mean, obviously in the desert, they're always going to look a little desaturated. So it's going to, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a, of just like a desaturated effect to them. But all right, let me run over here and grab some oak leaves. Gonna have to climb this whole sort of mesa mountain thing. I think that's the closest oak leaves that we've got, though. Let me check my map mod just to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like we could go all the way. That's jungle. We could go all the way over there, but I don't feel like it's just going to be so much more of a journey. And yeah, that's definitely the closest that we can get them. Might have to remove these buttons because I think they might get in the way. And you know what else actually would look good to mix into that, like that palette of blocks? Some trapdoors too. I got a little bit of oak wood here. Gonna use them. Although we are running low on oak wood. Got just about a stack left. All right, how are we gonna do this? Huh. Might be better, yeah, to do it from down here. All right, let's take a, I wasn't able to finish the whole thing, but let's take a look at what that looks like from down here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I mean, it's definitely gonna look better when the whole thing's done. Yeah, I think it just needs to be like completed. I don't think there's much editing to do with that. So let me get a few more campfires going. Maybe we'll burn some acacia wood on them. I mean, from up here, it's super cool. I love the like ad hocness of it. It's not really like put together, you know? I think one of the things I'm going to do to give it just like a little bit more shape is bring some of these leaves down one. So that way it kind of looks like they're growing like through the trellis. Ooh, funky. Ooh, I like it. I feel like, okay, so I know I'm being super nitpicky, but like this is my build. I can do whatever I want with it. The corners kind of aren't working for me. I feel like something else needs to happen in the corners to kind of make them make more sense. It just feels like really spindly, like maybe it's let's grab out some oak. We got some trapdoors. We might not even need trapdoors actually. Can I get through here? Is there not enough room? Whoa. How's that look? Honestly, not any better. It doesn't really do it. What am I doing here? What are we trying to accomplish here? Over here. You guys were not it. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where I have to leave it for a moment and kind of reconcile it a little bit in my head. And then I think either something else will come to me or I'll become okay with it. I'm not quite sure, but let's leave it and let's move on to the roof up here, whatever's going on up here. And there's a part of me that wants to just build something in here, like kind of simple, like almost like kind of roundish dome-ish shape. But I'm wondering what to do that with. We could do that. That could be something we do out of the green terracotta. That could look good. So why don't we grab the green terracotta? Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I really like that shape. I think that is a great shape to cap off the top of this build, but I don't think the green works. I think what we're gonna have to do is, because we're using blue here, I think we've got to carry that over and use blue up here. I think that's the way that's got to go. So where are we at with blue terracotta? We might have enough. We might need to dye a little more, which I know we have a few more pieces of dye. Can I not dye white terracotta? Oh, what? I thought like no matter what, you could just dye terracotta any other color. Oh, all right. Well, let's see how far 34 gets us. We're gonna have to break this. Oh, now I'm stuck in a hole. It's all gray and hazy because I think it would be raining if it wasn't a desert. Yeah. If we can finish that off, that's perfect. Do I really not have any more terracotta? I've got light gray. I've got a single piece of terracotta. Okay. Quick little adventure to get some terracotta. Bro, let's just throw everything down. My inventory is becoming quite a nightmare. This guy's definitely getting there in terms of like color and shape. We're starting to definitely reach the finish point of like the outer structure, and then we'll just have to do the interior. I also might grab some red sand while I'm here, because I was thinking about how it might make a good pathing texture. Because we can't do any kind of like grass paths with sand, obviously, but this is regular terracotta, yeah. But we can add in like a different, like we could use sand as a path. And if we grab enough terracotta, we could kind of create like a textured path with like sand, terracotta, and maybe like sand, like red sandstone. So let's grab a whole bunch. We're obviously not looking to do a ton of pathing, but just to have a little bit to add some detail to the build would be great. No, I don't want orange terracotta. No, I thought that was the red sandstone, and I got excited that I wouldn't have to like bake it down, but I think we're good. I think that's good. You just see it kind of poking over the ridge there. It looks cute. It looks cute. Okay, let's dye up some terracotta. I think I had some dye left over. Yeah. That should be way more than enough. I can't really get that way here. Let's go back down, actually. just gonna pillar up using some terracotta. I don't feel like digging out my dirt. Maybe it could go like one higher. Just to give it like a little bit more height. Okay. Yeah, that looks awesome. Oh, that's great. No, that's perfect. That's literally perfect. Okay. All right. So some kind of, as we're rounding out the exterior details here, let's throw this stuff down. Let's grab out our sandstone. And do we not have any more smooth sandstone? I thought did I smelt some up? I did. There we go. And let's make something right there. And something right there. Nope, too far. Ooh. Okay, this is really coming along. I'm loving the way this is coming out. And then one more right back here. And I'm thinking this one I want to be water. I think I'm going to leave that one for water, but I think the rest of them I'd like to have leaves in. Okay, so let me throw down this stuff. I know I had a bucket. I'm going to shell out for one more bucket. Just so that way I can do this in one trip. It's not like we don't have 2 more stacks of unsmelted iron that we're probably not even going to touch. I really got to work on my resource gathering game for these, you know, one long plays, because I feel like a good portion of the video ends up being me doing resource gathering, and I would rather, you know, the videos honestly be a little shorter and I don't gather as many resources, and I maybe have to do like a trip or two mid build to get more resources, but that's totally fine, you know? All right, let's throw our water down here. That do it? No, I don't think that did it. There we go. All right, so we've got like our little well, we've got all our sort of exterior details. I mean, there is some other stuff we could do. Like one thing I was thinking might kind of add a little bit something to the build is taking some mangrove fences, kind of running. Ooh, I don't like the way that connects there. Well, it doesn't have to be like perfectly even. Like there's a part of me that wants to send like some really high. Oh, I kind of did this wrong. Whoops. Here, wait. We got to fix that. That's going to bother me. There we go. Might need to adjust the leaves in there a little bit, but that's fine. Just to add like little pops of color here and there and kind of give a little bit more shape to these beams. I also wonder, let me get some dirt out. Some oak fences. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one, but no, that looks good. I'm into that. Yeah, that's cool. Cool stuff. I love this stage of the build where you're kind of like, oops, where even if you're being like a little nitpicky, you're just sort of refining all these little details here and there that kind of make the build come alive, you know, like the little buttons and having the fence posts up there and having a little bit of detail here and the leaves and the well. I think it's all coming out like really nicely. And then honestly, the last thing that I think the exterior needs is, let's get some, do I have slabs? I don't think I do. Grab like a stack of that, then convert some of that to slabs, and then barrels. And I think I have some chests. I just sworn I had some chests. Am I not seeing them? There they are. And maybe a little bit of hay. And it's kind of makes sense that this will be an uncovered storage pile because like in the desert, you wouldn't need to really cover a storage pile because it's not going to get rained on because it's the desert, you know? Do a little hay pile here. Oh, that looks great. Yep. Okay. And then something every build needs regardless is, oops, not what I wanted. Oh, I don't need to make two. There we go. How do we feel about the mangrove door? Is it too solid? It almost feels too solid. I kind of would prefer the acacia door, I think. Do I have any acacia wood left? Oh, brother. I've got it. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense for like a desert build. Something that would like let the breeze come through, you know? It is a lot of colors kind of starting to compete, but I think we're like just on the line. I don't think we've overdone it. I think if we added in like yet another, like if we tried to put that green in, then it would start to feel a little crazy. But I think we're right on the line. I also love when I was looking at inspiration photos for desert builds, a lot of them had, you know, like a base of like sandstone and oak or something, but then everything else was like lots of colors. There was greens and blues and whites, and there was like a lot of different colors. So I think it's kind of fun to have something that feels like a little bit more colorful. Ooh, I love it so much. I think this is looking so good. Awesome. Okay, cool stuff. So, I mean, now I think we've got to do some interior detailing, which let me go in there and get like a sense of what we're looking at here. So, this is obviously going to be, I think, our essential space. This is going to be like where a bunch of storage is and crafting and smelting, I think. This can be a little bit more of like a formal space. Like maybe we'll have like a little dining area in here and, you know, just more of like a living space and less of like a working space. And then up here is definitely going to be like the bedroom. This is going to be like where you set yourself up to go to bed at night, you know. And then out here, I mean, we can keep it really simple. We could just put like 2 chairs and something simple. Oh, you know what? We need another door for there, and we need a slab for the ceiling. Just gonna leave those open for now because I'm gonna end up going through them like 1,000 times. Where did I put that door? Door and slab. Well, I'm actually not going to use these again, I don't think. And if I do, I'll just go inside. It's fine. There we go. That's 3 furnaces. That's plenty. So, thinking barrel or not. Furnace, bank, chest for some furnace stuff. Maybe a little barrel pile here. Could sneak some barrels in up there. Where'd all those trapdoors go? There they are. And then probably Although if I do that and then I put a table here, I can't put anything on the table. Something like that. Then maybe, or you know what? Actually, there we go. And then, oh, you know what we don't have that we need? We can take this too. Crafting table right there. Stone cutter right there. And grab that too. Start smelting up a little more iron. Do we think 21 lanterns is too many? I mean, I use lanterns like they're going out of business. Like I'm just gonna do it. There we go. And that gives us the opportunity to get some out here as well. And probably one, can we like hang one there? Oh, that looks so weird. Just because it's a one high gap, so I might as well just stick it on the fence. There we go. That's better. I mean, I think this does it, right? Maybe we can do... I don't want to like overcrowd this space too much because it's not a huge space. Yeah, that's like too much. I don't know. I mean, again, they're not big spaces. And this has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's like 3 chests worth of space in it. Maybe, I mean, maybe we could squeeze in. Is that too much? You know what? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. Where'd the crafting table go? Did I not pick it up? Oh, it's right there. Throw the crafting table there, and then we're gonna make this a double chest. And then maybe just for the sake of like really sending the like, this is for storage, you know, this is where we keep all our goods vibe, like another chest up there. I think that's good. You know, it's obviously not like beautiful. I think maybe like a painting or a banner or something might sort of send it a little bit more, like a banner here and like a banner there or something could kind of complete the vibe. Now in here, where are our stairs? Here we go. You do like a little dining area situation. I might need some fences. Do I still have, yeah, I still have trapdoors. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I might need to condense this down to just like one situation, you know. I think that's better. And realistically, I mean, there's only so much room in this house. You wouldn't really be having like a ton of guests over. Grab that. Maybe do something right here. Little side table. I should have been getting cows because I would love some bookshelves. Like some bookshelves right here would totally fit the vibe. Do I have any? Here's a question. Do I have any clay? I know it was in the... I don't think I do have any clay. Because I'd love to make those big jugs too, you know, the big pots. Yeah, I feel good about this space. This is super cute. Here, we can get rid of that. That's ugly. This needs some work. I mean, definitely like something in here. It could be... Actually... some leaves. And then do we have everything? I think we do have everything. Let's just make... Oh no, we could already do it. A little planter right there. That's cute. I like that. I do think we need to get some clay because I would love to put like a little pot here. I mean, definitely a lantern. Probably like, well, maybe a lantern here and like a pot here. And then that again might be like all I really want to do with this space. Like, actually, you know what might be cute is if we make this a desk. Yeah, that's cute. Oh, I know we have so many sticks. I'm not going to waste wood on making more sticks. Yeah, there we go. Cute. And then we could do the same on these guys too. Cute. And then maybe just right here. Do we have any barrels left? I don't think we do. I think we can make some more though. What do we need? We need just regular wood. I swear to gosh, I just heard something. Like something walking around. Oh goodness, buddy, you scared the daylights out of me. My gosh. All right, well, now that we've had that little jump scare of the episode, there we go. Or maybe it is actually here. Let's do this. Second barrel. And a lantern. There we go. Oh, well, don't come in here. Go somewhere else. All right, this is coming along. This looks so good. Why are you going in my house? Why are you going in my house? Okay, well, I guess we have a pet armadillo now. Who's gonna get terrified every time I run by him. We could definitely use some lanterns up here. Can I hang these from campfires? I can. Oh, that's perfect. And then I kind of want to I want to be a little bougie about this. Some like loungers. Those could be 1 block forward, actually. So yeah. For like sitting out and like you're in the shade, you're enjoying the desert breeze. It's hot, but you know, you're letting yourself kind of sun out. Like, I'm into it. I think that's so cute. And I really don't think anything else needs to happen up here. Like, I don't want to overcomplicate it. Maybe, no, that makes it look weird. What about like a barrel? Not that way though. Like that. No. Yeah. I'm gonna live with it for a minute. I'm not gonna fuss with it too much. Yeah, we definitely, I think, need some carpet and possibly some banners. I think that'll definitely help make this feel a little bit more cozy. We don't have any wool though, right? Yeah, I don't think we have any wool. Ooh, but there is moss carpet in that lush cave over there that we could go grab. And moss carpet would look kind of funky. Although I was kind of the mindset to do like maybe blue carpet to kind of match with like the blue that's going on. Let's get the bedroom set up. Let's at least get the bed up there. Dude, really, find somewhere else. Okay. There we go, guys. I'm done. That's it. That's how this is gonna look. No, I'm kidding. Could definitely go for like a crafting table up here, I think. And we can do like crafting table barrel. Get a lantern on the barrel. And then maybe like right here we could do like a little chair. We have exactly 2 signs left for it. And then we might have enough, yeah, for another composter. A little leaf section there. I think that looks good. Maybe a chest. And then probably just like a little. That's not little. That's pretty big. There we go. That's better. It's like a little table situation, and we can stick the last chest right there. Cute. Oh, this, I'm loving the vibes. I think in all these, we could stand to do like a little leaf action. I almost, in this particular one, I almost feel like I can like knock out some of this ceiling here. and get some leaves going on it. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Not sure how much of that we can do in here, because if we knock out the ceiling in here, we're going to break into the next floor. I think this leaf, that little planter there is good. I think that's good too. Maybe what we can do. Oh, did he die? Where'd that scoot? Okay, he just dropped the scoot. That scared me. I didn't want. So the last thing I want is some innocent, beautiful creature to perish in my world. Let's get a few more signs going. I know we have sticks and we've got planks. Why am I not seeing signs here? There we go. Just to make them feel like a little bit more built in. Maybe that's what can happen out here too. Could put like a leaf there. I don't like that. No. I keep trying to put something out here, but I think this is just good as it is. Just kind of throwing things in chests because I'm gonna have to eventually I'm starting to move into the house, so I should just grab all this stuff. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I did not have as much stuff as I thought I did. One thing I just remembered is I didn't put any lighting in the back here. So like maybe a lantern resting here. Definitely one on this pile somewhere. Another one resting there. One there. Man, 21 lanterns go fast. Okay, so the things I want to get to sort of wrap this build up. Let's do like a little float around here. This came out so good. It's so cute. And look at myself. Look at, guys, I really restrained myself. This could have been a lot bigger. I could have gone really ham. I mean, look at all the space I cleared out for myself, and I just kept it to this little guy. And I'm actually really happy with, even though it's like nice and compact, it gets the point across. I've come to really enjoy this thing, even though it still feels a little funky. I think it does the job, and it's just right, you know. I love the blue incorporated in. It's a nice pop against the desert, you know, with like these little hints of red and orange, and yeah, I think we're good. So the last things I want to get are I want to get some wool. for some carpets and possibly banners, and I want to get some clay for some pots. So if we go in this direction, that's forest, sparse jungle, forest, jungle, jungle. The closest, like, that's a plains right there. That's a ways out. Oh wait, that's a plains there too. So let's head this way, hit the lush cave area, get some clay, and then kind of swing this way and see if this plains doesn't open up to a little bit more, so that way we could hit some sheep up. So I think that's probably a good course of action. One thing I want to grab though is getting where I put everything. Here we go. And some shears. I think our shovel will get us there. I'm not looking for a ton of clay. I just need like maybe a stack of clay balls. Well, there were sheep here. But it looks like the dogs took care of all of them, or the wolves. Getting late. I mean, it is peaceful mode, so I don't really need to worry about it. Are those sheep? No, those are chickens. Is that a sheep? Nope, that's chicken. Okay, that looks like plains over there, so I'm gonna head in that direction. A parrot! How do you tame a parrot? Is it seeds? I think I'll need more than that. Here, give me some more seeds. Come on. Do I have to like sneak up to them? Yeah! How do I get you to ride on my shoulder? Yes! Yes, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's keep heading towards these plains, see if we can't find some sheep. Why are you not staying on my shoulder? Oh. Well, hopefully you stick with me, buddy. Also, wait. Oh, vines. Let's grab some vines, too. I see some sheep. And a ton of white horses. Holy moly. There's a lot of white horses over there. Oops, didn't mean to hit you, buddy. Wrong button. God, these dogs are just taking out all the freaking sheep. I need these sheep, guys. I love dogs. I cannot possibly bring myself to bring any harm upon a dog, but leave the sheep alone for 5 seconds. Let me get some wool. More sheep. Ooh, a village. Let's check this place out really quick. Child sleeping alone in a house. It's fun. I don't need another stone cutter. Two bells? Well, you simply do not need two bells. I don't even think I'll use that, but I just want to make sure that they stay humble and they don't, go too crazy with their two bells. How much wool do we have? We have 31 wool, 32. I can't remember what the recipe is for a banner. I feel like it's 6 that you need. $42. I think we're good. I think that's plenty. Now, how far did we stray? Not as far as I thought we would have, actually. So we just need to basically just go in a straight line and we'll hit home. We can bring our new parrot friend home. We got bamboo. We got we got some vines. We got some leather. We got a few more hay bales and some clay. I think we're good to go. Oh, I see a little bit more sheep action over here. Might as well. What is that? Oh, it's another village. Whoa. This is a crazy area. Oh, they have a camel. Can I get the camel? What does it take to tame a camel? Is it just like horses? Do you just try to ride them? Oh, but I need a saddle. Right? Can you ride a camel without a saddle? That will totally send this build. If I could have a camel, I guess I wouldn't really be able to keep it anywhere nearby because it would just sort of like wander off. Ooh. Take that. These guys got clay pots everywhere. Whoa. Nah, nothing in there. Nothing I'm excited about. I do not need this many clay pots. Whoa, those sea pickles? For sure. Okay, that's probably more than enough. Okay, so let's just keep going this way. So one thing I am curious about, oh, a temple. I'm gonna skip that. I don't really care to explode today. One thing I'm curious about, and definitely let me know in the comments, is would you guys like to get these worlds as like downloads that you could do? Because I've been wondering about doing that myself, is making these worlds available for people to get after I'm done building in them. If people wanted to like pick up where I left off, or like change it to difficulty with enemies and kind of have like a starter house already set up, definitely would love to start doing that. I don't know what the best way for that is though, so definitely let me know down in the comments. Like, you can use like this program, or this this thing allows you to do that. We're right. Is this it? I think no, that's not it. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, like if there's like a particular program or something. I mean, my inclination is to do it on like a Patreon, and you know, do it kind of like a pay whatever you can, like for the world download, because I will be honest, like work goes into these videos, you know, and these builds, and I wouldn't mind, you know, getting a little compensation for them, but at the same time, I'm totally fine with just like getting them up somewhere so that way people can play them and have like these fun little starter worlds to just sort of jumpstart their Minecraft adventure. So so if there's like a free way to do it, definitely let me know. One thing I've always been sort of leery about not knowing how to do is, I don't know if I make this world downloadable, like I post it somewhere and I put it somewhere where people can download it, will you spawn in where I last slept, or will you spawn in at spawn? Because if you spawn in at spawn, that's going to be like a little bit of a process of me like having to go to spawn and set up like a sign or something where you guys can see like, oh, okay, we go to here to get to the base or something, you know? Come on, buddy. Come here. I want you sitting on the desk. Can you do that for me? Can you do that? Oh, he went back up on my shoulder. I don't want you on my shoulder. No, well, whatever. Okay. Let's we got some, we need some lapis. We got to put everything down. We got way too much stuff in our inventory. I also picked up some melons. I don't know why. I just kind of felt compelled to. Put down some leaves, seeds, cactus, dead bush. The bell can go in here. Mob loot. So much scoot or whatever it is. Mob loot. Gonna put the sea pickles out. Yeah. Yeah. Super happy with that. You know, I went to all that trouble to get that clay. Although, you know what we can do? Where did I put the clay? Still in my inventory? Yeah. Okay. Let's smelt that up. And then we can put the rest of the clay in here. We use so much hay too. This would be awesome though if I could get these worlds like downloadable for you guys, because you would have this jump start on supplies. Like there's you already have 15 steak, you know, like you have 17 diamonds and like 2 stacks of iron, you know. And I know that's not some people's jive. Like I know some people, they just want to start the world and like build it all themselves, and I totally respect that. But I also know that there's other people who like kind of starting off in like a preset world where a lot of that stuff has been taken care of for you, so you don't need to worry about it, you know. While we're waiting for that clay to smelt up, let's put some vines around. Perfect. Didn't even mean to put that there, but it's good. I have to remember too that vines really like are prolific and they'll grow everywhere, so I really don't need to put a lot of them out. Let's get some around the top. Oh, can we get up there? How do we get up there? Oh, I didn't get some up there. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. And also while we're waiting, let's start mapping out our path. I was thinking it could kind of wind around the build. Buddy, gotta get out of the hole. Sure. Not what I meant to do, but we're just, it's gonna get covered up anyways. It's not a big deal. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no. Here, wait. Parkour. Nice. All right, so let's grab some red sand and some, I mean, the orange terracotta would be the mix, but we're just going to use regular terracotta. And then we can convert maybe like this stack of red sand to, there we go, red sand. That's only 16. All right, we're gonna have to be pretty heavy with the red sand and the terracotta. Think that's the whole path. Literally had exactly enough. Okay. Now let's take out those bricks. And let's make some of those big jugs. Let's make like, I don't know, like 8. Probably plenty. And like, how about one here? One right there. Definitely one in our little storage pile here. Probably like right there. Another right there. These to me just like scream desert. They just feel like so desert vibe. Like I don't know. They just have that vibe to them, you know? You're like one right there. Oh, wait. I think I know what we can do, guys. All right, one there. And then how about bam? It still doesn't feel right, but we're going to leave it. And you know what, buddy? Where are you? Did I pick you up again? God darn it. How do I get you off of me? You get to lounge for the rest of time. Because I'll probably never log back onto this world once I'm done with it. That's not true, actually. I usually do jump back into these worlds from time to time just to check them out because there's like cool, like I built cool stuff. I'm not gonna never look at it again. Oak leaves, and we have a few fences. Let's get a few more. I don't think I'm gonna use any more oak wood. Probably want to grab a few more leaves too, actually. Cool. And then one last little bit that I was thinking would look kind of cute is maybe we do like a little supply pile, and you know what? We'll make one more pot for it too. Like right here in front. We do like a few chests hanging out. It doesn't even need to, like, that's too big. I kind of want the whole thing to move over to like here. I know that's gonna break the pot. Yeah. And last but not least, a few more lanterns scattered about. Like one right here. Maybe one right here. One like over here. One about here. And one right here. And then let's get our carpets in. And guys, I think we're looking good for this build. I think we're set. So where'd I put my walls? In here, I think, right? Yep. And some carpets. Make some blue dye. And then I never know what's more efficient, to dye the wool and then make the carpet, or to make the carpet and then dye the wool. Or to make the carpet and then dye it. Or can you not dye carpet? Or is it that way? Oh, it's like that. Okay. Let's throw down. A little bit of carpet like that. Might kind of give that a little more shape. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. And then okay, that's about all I can do there. Beautiful. And then we might still have some wool. Yeah, we do have some wool left over. Let's get some paintings going. No. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. Then ooh. Or do we put a banner there? I feel like a banner would look better there. Like, is banner on this option? Do I not have sticks? I need some more sticks. And then can't I dye the banner? No? Oh. I thought you could dye banners. Wow, I am all kinds of turned around today in terms of like what I think I can do. Want a blue banner. Oh, banner won't go there. Okay, so how about a banner there? And then actually, why don't we put that painting back up there? Yeah, perfect. Knew exactly which one I wanted. Cute. This is looking so cute. And then in here, maybe a painting right there. No, because it's going to go too big. I'm honestly not really a fan of that one. That's better. And then can we do another blue banner? Do we have enough stuff? All right, we're not going to use any of this lapis for anything else besides dye. So blue banner, perfect. Love it, love it. Oh my god, this is so cute. And then maybe one more blue banner, just for upstairs. And then one more painting too. Can I make some more sticks and a painting for upstairs? Oh, did I make another white banner? Oh, no. That one was the one I had. Banners are so expensive. I'm thinking blue banner over the bed. Oh God, no. Love the horse. Not looking. I think that's the one. Or do we do? Oh no, we do it there. Yes. I love it when you get it in one. Oh, this looks so cute. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's go outside and do a little tour. So this is the build. I love the little red sand like circle too. I think that looks so good. So we have our like first structure and the sort of veranda. We have this little covered porch with a little like well, and the vines are starting to go. We've got this little planter here. We've got our sort of outdoor storage pile. Looks great. Another little planter, and then obviously we have our sort of like tower, our fuller structure here. And then inside we've got our sort of, like I said, like our essential space with smelting and storage and crafting and everything. Then we have like a more formal space for like dining and like writing or studying. We have our little porch that we can come out here. It's a little too small to fit a chair on, so I think it's more of kind of like a pondering porch, I guess. You'd stand out there and ponder. And then we have our bedroom space, you know, a little table, a little bit more storage. We've got some crafting up here, and it connects to our sort of lounging deck where Peter, the parrot, is just chilling. Aren't you, Peter? Yeah. You're killing it. And he's blue. I didn't even think about that. He's blue. Just like everything else we're doing in this build. Dude, you totally fit. This is your house now. I'm not going to come back, so you get to just live here. I hope you enjoy it. I put a little bit, not a little bit, I put a lot of effort into this, so I feel pretty good. Awesome. All right. All right. Well, let's sleep. Get into our next day. Fresh new day. So happy with this build. I think, you know, like all my builds, I was a little tentative at first, but it definitely came together. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and joining in while we built this really cute little desert base. I am so happy with how it came out, with all the different colors and all the little details. I think, you know, I'm really pleased with how well I restrained myself in terms of going too big or going too complicated. Like, it's essentially just two rectangles, but as you can see, you can do a lot with something really simple. I mean, you can make things look really ornate and really exciting, and I am so happy with it. So yeah, thank you again for joining in, for, you know, watching the episode. If you watched the episode, if you got this far, definitely feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. Don't hesitate to subscribe. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps me out, shows me that, you know, people are enjoying my content. So definitely hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.